Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. So, I just got awake, okay, because I went to sleep early last night and then I woke up in the middle of the night and it's hard for me to go back to sleep again. So, yeah, so I woke up this morning late. So, for today's live, I'm gonna share to you. I'm not an expert, okay? I'm gonna tell to you, I'm not an expert for buying a property, but I would like to share to you the little knowledge that I learned and the little knowledge that I know about buying a property, and I would like to share to you also um, if I hired a lawyer when I purchased my property. So let's talk about it. And I want to share to you also the information that I know so that you will know a little bit on the information if you encounter or if you have planned to buy a property. I have something to share to you so that you will know and you will not at the end, like for example, if you buy the property and then you then complete it and then the documents it's hard for you to process the documents, and then suddenly there is a relative's claim that a claim that they have part of that property. So we talk about that also so that you will know why they claim and why they have rights, and maybe so that you will not lost your money for that. I'm gonna share to you. I'm not an expert for this, okay, because I'm not a lawyer, but I'm gonna share to you the information that I know and the little knowledge about buying a property, because I had a friends who purchased more properties here in the Philippines, and most of the time I am with him, and most of the time also it's me who go to the seller who owns the property to ask some documents, because he purchased a property when he was in UK, when he was in London working as a nurse. He is a gay, and then it's me that he can trust, because I asked him why me, and then he said I choose you because we are friends, we are very close friends, and you know where to go, you know what you are doing. So yeah, I'm gonna share that to you because I know some knowledge of property because of him, because he is purchasing. And also I also have a friends who is secretary of the lawyer, notary lawyer, and at the same time in their office there is also a genetic engineer there, and we are in one place only, one area, one office. um, and then I know that woman also who is a assistant of the genetic engineer. So I want to share to you the little knowledge that I know. So we're gonna wait a little bit, viewers, so that they will not miss my the information that I'm gonna share to you, because I don't want you to surprise at the end that why it's hard for you to process the gain tax, to put the tax declaration under your name, blah blah blah. So and then suddenly there is a relatives or there is nieces claim that why you purchased that land. We are one of the years, so we talk about that today. Okay, so if you have question, you can write also your question in the comment section down below. So since I get awake, I'm gonna excuse you for a while. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, so the title of this live is Did I Hired a Lawyer When I Purchased My House? Um, I'm gonna tell to you that when I purchased my house, I never hired a lawyer. I've never hired a lawyer or I never paid a lawyer for to process all the documents for my house to to change the title until my to change the title under my name and to change also the tax declaration under my name. Okay, and then for to process the gain tax, it will not takes longer. Okay, it will not takes longer. Actually, when I purchased my house, I paid it May 12, 2021. So I paid. We went, the owner and me went to the office of the lawyer, notary lawyer, where my friend working for to did a date of sale. Okay, a date of sale. Um, wait. To make a deed of sale. Okay. And then my friend was late, so it was a lawyer because a friend of mine late to came to their office. So when she came, we did already the deed of sale. But after when she knew it, she said to me, Sharon, the gain tax, okay, the gain tax of this is more. It's expensive. I think it's just around 200,000 pesos or 100 plus. So I said, okay. And then she said to me, if you want, because me, I think wiser, or maybe, I don't know. She said to me, if you would like, we can make another deed of sale, which is worth only 1 million pesos. And that's the deed of sale that we give to the BIR so that you will pay gain tax less. And then the one is the real price. So she wants to make a two date of sale. The one is the right price and the one is not the real price. So the second deed of sale, if I would like to do, she said that's the second date of sale, which is worth 1 million that you purchased the house. It's the one that we show to the BIR for the gain tax so that you will not pay tax very expensive. I said no. We gonna declare everything how much I purchased because I don't want to have a problem in the future that maybe the owner will gonna say that, oh, you just pay us one in the second date of sale, we just only say 1 million, so maybe they gonna ask me more on that. Okay, they're gonna ask me more on that, and then I don't want to have any problem because maybe the time will come that they will report me to BIR. So I said to a friend of mine, no, we declare if how much it's written in the deed of sale. That's I would like to declare on that. So after the deed of sale, she said to me that we need to process it earlier because there is an expiration of the deed of sale. If it's already a notaried, it's just only stay 1 month. So it's just only stay 1 month, Sharon, before if ever it will go to 2 months and 3 months before you process the gain tax, you will pay a penalty in the PIR because if the deed of sale is already notaried, you need to process it immediately so that you will not pay penalty in the BIR and also in the city of Assessor for the declaration tax. Okay. So I said, okay, and I don't want to do it because I am not expert on this. I don't know where to go. I don't know what documents I'm gonna give to them. So I told him, I want you to process this. Because if you buy a land and then you made a deed of sale, there will be a 4 copies. Okay, 4 copies of deed of sale. The one copy is the 4 copy of the deed of sale. It will be divided into 4 person. Okay, the first copy, the 1 copy is goes to the lawyer. Ano? Yeah, the 1 copy is goes to the seller. The second is the buyer. The third is the lawyer, and then the 4th copy it goes to the court. It goes to the court office. Okay, so it goes to the it goes to the court office. The last copy, and then I told to a friend of mine, it's you who gonna process this. I don't, and she said it's not necessary to hire a lawyer. Okay, and since she knows everything because she was a secretary of a close family friend who is a lawyer, a close friend of my father who is a lawyer. She was a secretary before, and then he passed away, so she moves. There was a lawyer who take her to work as a secretary. So I told her, okay, I'm gonna pay you, and then it's you who process everything. So I paid her 10,000 pesos only. I didn't pay lawyers. I didn't pay 30,000, 50,000, 70,000 a lawyer for to process the documents of my house. No. I just only paid 10,000 pesos to a friend of mine, and then she processed everything. And then after that, she said to me, do you have PIN number? I said, yeah, I have PIN number because when I opened a bank account, they asked me a PIN number from BIR because it's necessary because I have it transferring money from other country to here. And then she said to me, you made an update on that. So I went to the BIR to update my PIN number. And then after updated my PIN number, I give it to him. And then she said, okay, you just need to sign this, sign that. And then after that, she was also in the BIR. And then after the BIR, she said, she called me, come to the office, and you need to sign, and I give you a documents and pay this in the bank account of the BIR. So I take the bank account number of the bank. The BIR is Bureau of Internal Revenue. It's the office here in the Philippines where you pay your taxes. Okay, gain tax or any taxes. Okay, that's the name. That's the name of the office where your tax you pay your taxes. Okay, in the Philippines. So after that, I paid the gain tax, which is amount of 180,000 pesos, and then after I give her the deposit slip, and then after she goes to the city hall, and then she said to me, Sharon, pay this 14,000 pesos, and then after I paid also another 7,000 pesos in the city hall. And then after that, she said to me, the last payment that you're gonna do is the 40,000 pesos, which is in the Bureau of Land for to transfer the title under your name. And as to the owner, because before the owner leave Cebu City, because they are originally, the woman is originally from Cagayan. So a friend of mine told me, Sharon, before they go back to Cagayan, told them if they request a title in Pag-ibig Housing Loan Society, because this house, the owner loaned this in the Housing Loan Society. So she said, a friend of mine told me, told to the owner if the told to the owner if they request a title, land title through Pag-ibig Society, so that you can get it by yourself, and ask them also to leave a special power of attorney to authorize you to claim the title in the Pag-ibig Housing Loan Office by yourself, by authorizing them. They authorize you. So I asked that to the owner, before they leave, can we make an SPE for that? But yeah, and then after that, before I purchased this house, I asked also a friend of mine, after I looked this house, and then she said to me, asked if the house is fully paid. But fortunately, the house is fully paid, and I asked that to the owner also. So yeah, and then after we did SPE, and then the owner told to me, okay, we're gonna did an SPE, and on the next day we go to Pag-ibig for to request a copy of a title of the land, and then so that you can claim it by yourself. And then a friend of mine also told me that just ask the photocopy of their identification, both of them, and then the copy must have their sign on the beside on their ID, even if it's photocopy. So she teach me everything, and then she knows how to process it. So after that, when I collect everything, I have the title, I paid already. So the title and everything, tax declaration, change into my name within 3 weeks. It's less than a month. It's less than a month that I have the tax declaration under my name, transfer it into my name, and also the title of the land and the house, because this is house and lot. So I have the title under my name in 3 weeks after I purchased this house. So it's not complicated because the owner is only the one owner. It's different than you purchasing a land, okay? So we go now to purchasing a land, okay? If you're purchasing a land, there is a little bit complicated. There is a negative and positive if you both a land or if you buy a land, okay? The positive is if you purchase a land and she is the real owner alone, there will be no problem. There will be no complicated of the documents, okay? And you need also, you need to ask the blueprint. Blueprint or sketch plan is the same, okay? You need to ask the blueprint of the house, which is the sketch plan, and then the tax declaration under her name or under the name of the seller. That's it. And then because more on now they don't say title, because more on now the mostly now people, they gonna ask only tax declaration, okay? After that, if the and the negative, if the negative, if you purchasing a land, is like if you purchase a land and then you paid it, and then she just show only some documents, sketch plan, but if there is a sketch plan, but sketch plan is just on this sketch plan, how many meters of the land. Okay, sketch plan is just only show how much meters, how much square meters of land is it. It's just written on the sketch plan. But um, the problem is there is a sketch plan, but the question is that land is already subdivided. Because if that land is owned by the parents or the grandparents of their parents, and it's not subdivided yet, there is no one person. It's okay if she is the only, or if they are the only one siblings who is the heirs of that land. But if there is another siblings, it will be a problem, because one person cannot be able to sell that land if it's not yet subdivided, and if she or if he has siblings, or if he have families. Okay, and if ever, for example, the owner of that land is their grandmother, and then their grandmother, which is like the mother of their father, or the mother of the parents of their mother, or the parents of their brother. So if it's owned by their grandparents, and they have five or six siblings, or if their father or their mother, if that land is part by their father's side, and then if their father has a siblings, even if you are a siblings, you cannot be able to sell the land of your father, because especially if your father has a siblings, because you need to find the siblings of your parents, because you cannot be able to sell the land without the sign of the other siblings of your father, or your siblings of your mom, if that lands, if he owns, if who owns that land. Okay, but for example, if the one siblings of your father is passed away, and then he or she has a children, even if you are four, even if you find your three uncles, and then your one uncle or your one auntie is passed away, and then your auntie or your uncle who is passed away have children, you cannot be able to sell the land, because you need, even if you are four, you need to find the siblings of your passed away siblings, because they have a rights, of the land also. So that's why there are some people, or there are some foreigners buying a land, and then at the end they will surprise that there are relatives, or there are family who claims that, oh, why she sold this land without knowing us, or without telling us. It's because the sailor didn't told to their family, and then they will be shocked, and you will, if you have that kind of problem, you will lose your money. So very, very careful. The one thing, if you will buy a land, ask if who is the name which is written in the tax declaration, who is the real owner of this land, may I say the tax declaration, and then if it's under their grandparents or their parents' name, you're gonna ask if how many siblings do you have, is this land is already subdivided, and how many square meters which is you own. Okay, so you ask that, and if it's owned by their grandparents, ask them if your mother is your mom has another siblings, can we call them. But if it's already subdivided and owned, their parents have their own parts, and then the seller have siblings, you can ask their siblings. But if it's not subdivided yet, and then the real owner, I mean the name which is written in the tax declaration is their parents or is their grandparents, you must ask about the siblings of their parents. Because in the here in the Philippines, if you buying a land, we they start on the family tree. So the trees, and then the first branch, the second branch, and then the little branches. So that's it. So that you will not lost your money and you will regret at the end. Okay. I'm not an expert of this. Okay, I'm not an expert of this. I'm just only want to share to you the information that I know, and based on my experience and based on the knowledge that I know. Okay, so because if it's already subdivided like this, the grand yeah your the grandparents of the seller has, I mean her parents, the parents of the seller have four siblings, and then if it's subdivided yet, in the sketch plan it's already subdivided. Okay, this part, 100 square meter for Juan de la Cruz, 100 square meter for Lorna, 100 square meter. This is because if the land is subdivided already, um, each owner can have their own sketch plan. And if it's subdivided and then it's owned by their parents, that's the part of their parents, and it's already subdivided, they can get or they can apply their own tax declaration. So each of them, like for example, four siblings, and then the 400 square meter is already subdivided to four siblings, which is 100 square meters per siblings. So each of them can be able to apply a tax declaration under their own name. So that's why when I purchased my house, after I purchasing my house, I didn't have any problem. Okay, I didn't have any problem. And if you have already a deed of sale, you must process it very quick, because if you process it very late, and then it will goes into a 2 months, the date of sale will lapse into 2 months or 3 months, before you process the gain tax on the BIR. You will pay penalty, I don't know, 5% of the price of how much you purchase of a land. That's what. And then you paid also penalties, I think, in the other office. That's what I know, huh? That's why a friend of mine told me process it so that you will not pay 5% penalties in the BIR. It will much be more big to you, Sharon. For me, I am very lucky. Hi there, Javier. How are you, Javier? For me, I am so lucky and blessed because I have lots of friends who is a professional and then who is working in a different office. Different office. Okay, thank you, Javier. Yeah, advance happy Mother's Day to all mothers tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be happy Mother's Day. Okay. I hope I will receive a gift on Happy Mother's Day. Bethany, I received already a Happy Mother's Day gift from my husband Javier. Advance gift. Yeah, he gave me when we were in Thailand this necklace. Mhm. A great hug from us to you, Sharon. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. A great hug and the love, friends love, friendship loves on me, Javier. And I am so very lucky because I am very surrounded by positive people, a very kind and wonderful people, a very respectful subscribers, very kind subscribers, very wonderful people. I am so blessed and grateful. Yes. Yeah, so and if you have another questions, if you have question on me, you can send me an email or you can message me anytime. I will answer your questions if you have questions. And me, I just did this because I want to share the information so that you will not be surprised, okay? And me, I am so very happy and grateful because I have lots of friends who is working in a different government office society working. I had also a friend who is a real estate agent. I had a friend who is working in the airport. So every time um, every time I go on travel, I ask them some information, especially when me and my husband need to um, reschedule, rebook his ticket going to Thailand, where to go, because I had a friend also working in Cebu Pacific Airlines. And then, so when my husband told me I need to rebook my ticket so that you can come with me, but it's okay. It wasn't any problem because my husband told me that it's okay if we don't if I don't use that flight. And then but I messaged a friend of mine who is working in the Cebu Pacific office that where to go, where is your ticketing office, blah blah blah. But he said to me that go in the domestic airport and go in the EV1. That's the office of the Cebu Pacific. They can guide you. They can tell you what you're gonna do, and then after they guide us, so we went to the ticketing office in the Cebu Pacific in the airport, and then they just let them work. They help us for to rebook the ticket of my husband. And then I asked them also if that day there were so many seats for the ticket. And then she said, yes ma'am, you can book because there are still so much seats available on this day. And then she said to me that I'm gonna, because you cannot go inside the airport, so I just let you make a fake ticket so that you can let in inside the airport together with your husband. So yeah. And then for I have some information how many liquid, how much quantity liquid I'm gonna take going back to the Philippines, blah blah blah. So I messaged a friend of mine also who is in the X-ray, working in the airport, but she assigned in the X-ray machine. So yeah, I am so very lucky. I have a friend who is working in the RTC. So I am so blessed that I am so blessed. Um, I am so blessed that I am surrounding with a professional people, and then they are working in the office. Hi, Waterpello. Do I need to hire a lawyer? No, because I already did. So I already did. I purchased my house long time ago. So I think Did I hire? But I'm not an I'm not a good English speaker. Okay. I'm not a good English speaker. Positive is good because blessing come in good people. Yes! Because if you do, yes, Javier, you are right. If you do good, and if you don't say bad words, or if you don't do bad to other people, it comes back to you. You are blessed. Okay, you were blessed. Okay, there are some people doing bad, but I just ignore them. So the more they saying bad about me, or the more they attacking me, the more I bless. I think Javier, right? Okay. And Javier, can you message me and my Facebook? And what I said to you is right. Hi, Charles! Belated happy birthday again, Charles! Yeah, I only share the knowledge that I know about buying a property, so that they will not shock Charles that at the end, why there are some relatives claim that they are one of the heirs also of the land. So I shared them the little information. I'm not expert of this, but I have a little bit knowledge about buying property, what documents you're gonna ask. So yes. Yeah, say hello to the girls, Charles. Okay. And looking forward to meet you, Charles, in person, together with Andy and Laura. And Laura is excited to go in college. She's excited to wear her uniform. Say hello to the girls, Charles. Charles, did you celebrate your birthday together with your woman? Because hopefully, actually, and Charles, Andy, done signing the documents. Actually, he received a post when he came back, and then the post is the lawyer send it to him, and then actually when he look at it, there is just on already a sign of the buyer, and then yeah, he's just signed. I mean the buyer signed already the document, so it's only the sign of Andy, and after he sent it back to the solicitor. I wish I had one, still looking for the right one. Yeah, don't be rushed. The right one will come in, Charles. Yeah, the right one will come in. And then, Charles Dar, I am, I was laugh on Laura because you just look at me every time, and then every time she said to me that, Mama, you gain weight. I said, yeah, I also noticed that I gain weight. Yeah, because I am thinking also, Charles, to go to Bacolod during the Mascara Festival so that Andy and Laura can experience also, and I would like also Laura to meet the girls so that one day, because I would like, the one thing that I would like Laura to meet them so that they will getting to know each other. And I want that the time will come that if ever the girls will come over here in Cebu City, and then one day they will meet Laura in the street, so they can approach to each other and they can go out and they can hang out, and Laura can guide them, or yeah, that's why I really would like Laura to meet them. And Laura will be 18 next month, but she's still like but she is not yet mature yet. She seems like she is still 13 years old because she's still watching cartoon, she's still watching Disney princess, she's still watching Barbie's movie. And I would like to shout out also and congratulate to a friend of mine, Paul Connell, for your engagement proposal to Elena. Congrats, Paul. Congrats, my friend. Yeah, because I had a subscribers, actually a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, because he loves my niece Bethany very much. When he came over here, I met him, and then because he wanted to visit the grave of Britney, so I took him there, and then I tour him a little bit in Olango Island, where the cemetery located, and then after he found the right woman for him. Okay, um, he found a right woman for him, and he proposed her last week. So he proposed to his girlfriend last week, and I congratulate him. Actually, I met his girlfriend when they went to Boracay because he called me. He just showed me and Andy the room of Boracay, and then he sent me some information about the rooms in Boracay. And yeah, I met his fiance. So congratulations, Paul. Okay, that is just some hobbies for her to occupy her time. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Charles. And Charles, sometimes Andy and me smile, laugh at Laura when Laura is on the couch, laying on the couch watching Barbies. And then I told to Andy, look at her. It seems like she is not 17 years old. But Andy said, it's okay, just let her do what she wants. Mhm. Yeah, and when we went to Sulea, because we went to Sulea, she collect or she picked some of the shells, and she just give more important on that shells. She is searching a container for to put all of that. So she's like that. She's creative and collector. Bistakting adtuan gyapon ka sa kauban. Yes! Muuli ko sa kaubyan ugma. Kay mubutar ko dito. I will go to my hometown. Bistak, I will go to my hometown tomorrow because I will vote on Monday. On Monday, it will be election. Where are you from? Are you Cebuano or are you foreigner but knows how to speak Cebuano? Bistak, if you are in the Philippines, maybe we can meet so that I can know you. And why you know about Kaubian, okay? Why you know about my hometown? Have you been in my hometown? Because Bisdak is Bisayang Dako. So you are Bisaya. Yes, live ni Dong. I am in live Dong. So you are a Cebuano. You are Cebuano. I know what part of the school and elementary school have you been working? Because I remember there was a people who construct a school in my hometown. I know, and I know some. There are some construction worker who married, or yeah, who married a woman from my hometown, and we are now living in my hometown together. Actually, a cousin of mine married a man from a construction worker who construct the school in my hometown. And why you know me? Why you know me that I am from Kaubian? But I go to my hometown just occasionally because I live in the city now, and my daughter go to school in the city. So why do you know me that I am from that island? Maybe you saw me before when I was in the island, because last 1999 I came back from my hometown from time to time. But most of the time I stay in the city. Okay. That's why. Oh, okay. And thank you for subscribes. Okay, if you are in Cebu City, maybe we can meet up and maybe I can look familiar on your face that I saw you before in my hometown. Pag muuli na ko kay na ako sa Saudi. Okay. How long you been working in Saudi? Okay, because in your Bistak, I think so, there are uh, there are 5 or 6 construction worker before in the school who got a partner from my hometown. Basing, perhaps you know them. They are from Pinamungahan, right? Pinamungahan. And then there is other one. There is one from, I don't know, the other. But what I know is, because the husband of my cousin, uh, okay. Are you what was the construction company, the name of the construction company that you worked before? Because the last time that I know it was there was another one, but I don't know the name of that construction. But the one thing that I remember is Gonsaludo Construction. That's what I know the last time. But the first time who construct on the school, the first time that you construct in the school, it was I don't know that engineer, but I remember on them. Yeah, but I don't know. Actually, I don't mind. And do you? It's you. It's that's construction built on the first building, which is the Japanese building. I mean, donated by the Japanese company or Japanese group. Is that building that you construct? Okay, okay. Okay, maybe you saw me before there because 1999 I was often goes back to my hometown before. Mm. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember now. Another cousin of mine who had a boyfriend from that construction worker. Okay. 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 The building which is donated from the Japanese. Okay, it was the time who is the barangay captain of the time. It was my ninong. It was Matbagon, right? The barangay captain at the time. It was Romeo Matbagon. because the house of my parents is very close to the school. It's just 10 steps away, or very close, very close. Beside on the school is the house of my parents, and the church behind of the church is the school, right? Yeah, it's very close to um, my parents' house is very close to the school. 10, 10 steps away, I think. And I graduate elementary 1992. Ano, yeah, 1991 and 1992. It sounds around that. What balad? No, Bisak, if you see my hometown now, it's very different than than the time that you've been there. Because I think the time when you've been there were huge white sand, even on the seaside, right? There is a huge white sand on the seaside. I think it was the time that you've been there, but now it's very different because it's less white sand and more on now the sea water come in the streets if it's very high tide. So all the white sands is gone. I mean, the huge white sand is done. I think before it was the sea level was very too far from the houses. You need to walk in the white sand before you can reach the sea. But now, no. If you just houses, it's just the sea. So it's very different now. If you will be back there, it's very different than what you experienced last 1999. There is very changing. I mean, there is so much change in my hometown. Yeah, me also. I just scared of the waves because especially if the wave is too very big. No, it's not developing. It's not developed. My hometown, it's not developed. The only developed in my hometown is just we have now a reclamation. Not reclamation. We have now like tulay. We have now tulay. We have tulay. So we have tulay, and then so that if it's low tide, the boat can be able to go, not to stuck in the low tide. So there is a place for to put on the boat, that they can go. They can go. So that's the only thing which is developed in my island, but the rest no. But on the other island, I think you know the second island. There are different beaches there. Okay, thank you also. You're welcome. Thank you also for to drop or for to stop in my live. God bless. Pablo Chicano, did you buy new house yet? No, not yet. Not yet, Pablo. Okay, not yet. Not yet. But I just tell this because I am thinking, what about if I'm gonna share the little knowledge that I know for to buying property, to buy land, to buy house, um, the basic documents that you're gonna ask, and I share also that the person, if the owner is their grandparents, the sailor cannot be able to sail the land if there is no signature from their other relatives, which is one of the heirs also, except if that land is already owned by the sailor, and the sailor have their own tax declaration under their name, if the sailor alone own that. So yeah, but if it's not subdivided yet, you need to find the relatives, the other relatives who has a right, or um, who is one of the heirs also, because you need to get to sign their documents. Because for example, I'm gonna share this to you. A friend of mine would like to buy a land, which this where here in Lapu-Lapu, okay, in Lapu-Lapu, but he was in London at that time. And then he messaged me. He said to me, Sharon, there is a land 120 square meters, and there is already house built where there is 3 bedrooms and big houses. So he said to me, just have a look and then talk to the owner, blah blah blah. So I said okay. So I went there. I talked to the owner. I saw the house, and then the land. The land is already subdivided. Okay, because there is other houses subdivided to both their parents, because the land is owned by their grandparents, and then he built the land which is part of his mom, and then the other siblings of his mother sold their lands also. So they have they don't have tax declaration, but they have extrajudicial partition, so it's okay. And then the one thing is, he built a house in the part of his mom, but he has another no, I think it's the owner. I think I remember the land is subdivided yet, but no, I think it's not. Okay, the land is not subdivided yet, but they just only measure that this part is your mom, this part of this part is your yeah, it's very complicated. If there is another heirs, okay, if there is another heirs of the property, especially siblings of your parents, if that land owned by your grandparents, the parents of your father or the parents of your mom. So the owner told to me that it's not yet subdivided. We just only built a house here. This is the part of my mom. And then I said, do you have the sketch plan? And then is this land is already subdivided? He said to me, no. But the one of my uncle sold his part, and that person, they built already a house, and that he really wants that a friend of mine give a down payment for him to process a document. I said no. My friend don't give the down payment, which is 100,000 pesos, if you because if you sell this land and you don't have any tax declaration papers under the name of your parents, under the name of your mom, that it's saying that this part is part of your mom, share of your mom. But if it's not subdivided yet, you need to ask the sign of your uncle, and then his uncle is living in Cagayan, the one is in Bohol, and I told him also, you need also to collect the birth certificate of your uncle, the siblings of your mom, before we proceed to making the deed of sale. Okay. Okay, so I told him, no, we don't give And I told him, just collect all the documents that I need to you, and then we meet in the office of the lawyer. The lawyer that I know because we had a friend who is a secretary of the lawyer. We met in their office, and then I'm gonna give you directly the 100,000 pesos, a down payment, because a friend of mine will gonna send it on me directly and very quick. But he said to me, no, I cannot I cannot ask the sign of my uncle, blah blah blah. So what I told to him, because a friend of mine who was very interested on that property, he said to me, Sharon, ask him, talk to him to ask the extrajudicial partition on the other house, which is other people who both the land, part of the other part of the land. So I told him, could you go to that house and then ask the owner if they have extrajudicial partition, and then I'm gonna give you the 100,000 down payment. But he cannot give. He cannot give because the owner, I mean the other person who both the part of their land don't have a how you call that, don't have a extrajudicial partition. So I told to a friend of mine, don't buy it because it's very complicated. And then I told him, it's easy for you to get the documents, birth certificate of your uncle, the brother of your mom in the LCR in Lapu-Lapu. And you know what he said to me? Because at that time, it was my uncle who is the boss in the LCR. You know what he said to me? Girl, can you ask help to your uncle to get a documents, birth certificate of my uncle in their office? I said, no, because I don't want to go to jail. It's illegal. No, it's illegal. I don't have any rights to get documents. No, I don't want to go to jail. So I told to a friend of mine, don't buy it because the papers is very complicated. And after that, I heard a friend of mine, when a friend of mine know about it, that the owner who sold that house and lot to my friend, it's already sold to an Indian person. And then after the owner asked, the owner asked 100,000 pesos down payment. And then after, when they get the money from the Indian national, they just find another buyer and ask a down payment again. But a friend of mine and me is much more wiser than them. So we collect first the legal documents before we gonna pay the down payment. The down payment, but he didn't give all the documents that we asked from him. So I told to a friend of mine, no, we don't buy this. We don't buy this land, and you know what is it? He cannot even give any birth certificate of his uncle, or even the extrajudicial partition of the other side. So my friend cut that. He didn't booth that land. He was selling that land, house and lot, because he wants to ride, because he was working before as a chef in the cruise ship. And then suddenly he stopped and he wants to apply again. He wants to apply again abroad as a chef, as a chef in the cruise ship. He wants to apply again, so he needs money to process his documents, and he needs money to go to Manila to process his documents. So that's why he was rushing. But since me and my friend waiting the documents that we asked from him, but he cannot give, but no. And a friend of mine told to me also that there is also a seller. There is also someone who sold a land to a person, but the person built an apartment, And then after that, when he applied for to connect the electricity on their apartment, the Mactan Electric Company didn't install electric connection on their apartment because the land that they both is double selling. So they are the second owner. There is a first buyer on that land, and there is a first owner of that land. So the owner of that land sold two times. So now the second owner has a problem because they cannot be able, and I think now it's very complicated because I think they have a case or they just talking or something. So be very careful if you buy a land. You must ask if there is a name, if Juan de la Cruz written in the tax declaration, you must ask who is Juan de la Cruz and who is the siblings of Juan de la Cruz. Is your mom or is your papa, if it's your mom or your father is the siblings of Juan de la Cruz. Is Juan de la Cruz have another children? Who is the children? Who is the brother? Who is the sister of your mom? And if it's subdivided, it's okay. If it's subdivided and then it's under, the tax declaration is under the name, it's okay. No problem. But if it's grandparents or the parents, so you must ask the other siblings of the seller so that you will know. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good because if you buy a condo, it will be under your name. And it's not complicated. It's automatic. Okay? Yeah, Pablo, of course, I still do YouTube. Okay? I am still in YouTube, but I post less video because my husband doesn't want me to do a video quite often. He said to me, post a video if you like, or if you want to do a video, just post. But if you don't know, just do a live. It's just for fun. Don't focus or don't give your full effort to YouTube. What you're gonna do is give full effort to enjoy yourself. That's what my husband said. Yeah, that's why when we will buy a land, I know now what to do, and I know now what kind of documents I'm gonna ask to the seller, okay, to the person who sold the land. So that's it. It's if you think it wiser, no, no, why should I can't do that because I can't do that to go to make YouTube if I will be in jail. But why should I go in jail? That's why I told to that guy no, because me I'm not authorized to get documents for documents of other people, and especially it's that person is not my family. I told him, I told him why it's you who did it, because it's you who is a relatives. Yeah, here it's quiet. My neighborhood is very quiet. And because it's just only me and Laura here, my gay cousin is in the hospital because his father is admitted in the hospital because of the stage 4 cancer. Yeah, that sailor is very horrible. He sold the land to a friend of mine, but he just wanted me to get the documents or to get the birth certificate of his uncle here in Lapu-Lapu City Hall. Yeah, I said no. Why? I am not the owner of the land, and you are not my relatives. Okay, sorry. And then he make it sure. You know that he said to me. You know that what he shown the documents is just no. I'm gonna show you that this one is. It's true that this is the part of my mom, but they said, yeah, but you must need to show us the extrajudicial partition from others, from other house, because you said that they purchased that land, which is the part of your one uncle, and then here you don't have any tax declaration which is under your mom's name, but he just want what he wanted is 100,000 down payment, just what he wanted. But me and a friend of mine told that no, we don't give you the 100,000 pesos. No, we didn't both. A friend of mine didn't both that house, Pablo Chicano. Yeah, it was. I think it was last 2005. It was something like that. 2000 and oh no, 2009, something around 2009 or 2010. Yeah, but a friend of mine, he just only asked me to ask the documents to the seller because at that time he was in UK, he was in London, and then he just wanted me to talk to the seller, talk to the owner, but suddenly the owner cannot give all the documents that we request from him. What he just wanted is the 100,000 down payment. So I told to a friend of mine, no, we don't give. Yeah, that's why. I told him, a friend of mine, because a friend of mine also buy so much property land here in the Philippines. So a friend of mine told me, Sharon told him, because there is already other people build a house because purchase the part of his uncle. So ask him if he can borrow the extrajudicial partition of that family, because even if there is no tax declaration under his mom name of the land who is which is part of his mom, if there is an extrajudicial from other people who is purchasing the part from his uncle, one of the years, it's okay. And but no, the other people also didn't have any extrajudicial partition. So we said no, this is not good. And I'm gonna tell to you also that there are families also killed the relatives. It's because of the land. The land in the Philippines is very complicated because there are so much family killed to each other for them to own the land. But that's the Philippines. Yeah, there are other people buy on that land, but they don't have or they don't make extrajudicial partition. So maybe they will have any problem later on. But I don't know, it was a long time ago. It was last 2010 or 2015. I just only shared to you so that you will know that I encounter a complicated, but we didn't purchase it. So no, because that land is belong to their grandparents, and then his mom has four siblings. So that land is they already built, even if it's not subdivided. They just only talk that, okay, I built this house, this is my part, but they don't subdivide. They don't measure how many meters owned by each siblings. So they just only build the house, and then his uncle said that, oh, my part is this, I want to sold it to a friend of mine. It's just only like that. The part of his mom, he said, is 120 square meters. And then he built a house. It's a house already. And then he built a house. But the problem is he didn't give any legal documents even. But despite on that, even if it's part of his mom, but he needs to sign, he needs the sign of his uncle, three uncles, who is the siblings of his mom. Because if a friend of mine who bought that land, okay, and then it's just only a deed of sale, and then um, um, a friend of mine didn't ask the sign of the siblings. So if ever a friend of mine, both that land, and then even if it's made a deed of sale, both that land, pay that land without without the signature of the siblings of the parents of the seller, later on a friend of mine will have a problem because the three uncles will claim that, oh, the part of his mom is just only this square meter, so you need to cut your house. So the house will be broken. So that's the problem. You need to know the siblings, how many siblings, who is the relatives, which is have rights or the other heirs of the land, the name. No, because I didn't agree to get the documents of his uncle. Because it's illegal. You can go to jail here if there is no authorization letter, ID to the person who authorized you. Yeah, but me, I'm wiser, Pablo. I'm wiser and smart. Why should I do that? Yeah, my house is in Lapu-Lapu and it's more organized. Yeah, it's more organized. And if ever we will find a land in the province, I make it sure that I will pay the land. I will make it sure that I will make it sure that the sealer will give me the legal documents, and the land is clean. The papers is clean. No hassle, no headache, so that I will not lose my money. Yeah, when I purchased my house, I have the title under my name within 3 weeks. And I didn't hire any lawyer. I didn't pay the expensive lawyer for to process everything. No. I just only hired a friend of mine for to process all the documents, and then I only pay her 10,000. That's it. She said to me before 15. She said to me before 15, because I asked how much would you like, how much I must pay this to you for to process all of this. She said 15. I said no, 10. She said okay, 10. Yeah, I didn't pay lawyer. I didn't pay more to the lawyer to process the documents for my house. No. And when me and my husband will buy again another property, we will not hire a lawyer. We will not hire an expensive. We will not pay 70,000 for the lawyer. No. I'm gonna ask. I will hire a friend of mine again. My house is just only 40 by 40. Yeah, 40 by 42, 3 bedrooms. There's a laundry area, a little kitchen, bathroom. But my husband wants to extension. He wants to do an extension on my room, and also on extension or make a 3-story on my laundry area, so that there is um, terrace, or I mean there is a rooftop. Okay, Pablo, thank you. Later. Pablo, later or soon. In the future. No, in the future. I will have 2 houses. When we will find a land in the province, in the countryside, Pablo. Because we are searching. Yeah, later or in the future. We will, how you call that? We are searching a house, we are searching a land, Pablo. We are searching a land, and then, we are searching a land and then build a house in the province. Okay, Charles. Say hello to the girls, Charles. Have a great day. Always keep safe and God bless. And see you soon. See you soon, Charles. And Charles, tell to the mother of the girls, Happy Mother's Day. Hold on, because my husband is messaging me. You're awake?
Yeah. I didn't know it was. I thought it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
And I will try to do a live when I will be in my hometown, because um, people there doesn't sleep. Okay, people there doesn't sleep. Hi, Ma'am G. How are you, Ma'am G? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Guaps. Sorry, my husband is on the other line. Yeah, natural smile, because happy smile. Happy, 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 Ma'am G. My husband is looking at me while I'm doing live. Yeah, okay, everybody, I will do my best to do a live when I will be in my mom's house, when I will be in my hometown. And because the people there, I don't know if they will sleep, especially election. So there are some group go to the school for to have a look on the ballot box, and then more on even there is if even there is no election, the people in my hometown, they are wake up at around 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, but more people wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's why me, if I go to my hometown, I will not sleep very well there because there is a noise. Especially I sleep in the terrace. I will not sleep in my room inside. I will not sleep in my room because my room is big in my mom's house. I will not sleep in my room. I sleep on the terrace because there is, I put bed in there, and then because it's fresh air. I mean, there is natural air, so I sleep there. And I wake up at around also 3 o'clock because there are some people wake up 3 o'clock and then they just walking past, and I can hear their steps. Ma'am G, how's the weather in Manila, Ma'am G? Oh, you are Marites, Ma'am G. Ma'am G, how's the weather in Manila? Because here in Cebu, it's very hot. My goodness. Mhm. Yeah, it's very hot. That's why Laura and me, every time we go out, we bring our portable fan. Okay, we bring our portable fan because it's hot. Even yesterday, we assist a funeral. Yesterday, a family close friend, owner of a resort in my hometown. Um, and you know that even if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, it was so very hot. And me and Laura ride taxi. Even inside the taxi, the aircon in the taxi didn't resist. So it's very, very hot. And even if it's after the mass was 3 o'clock, so it finished around 3:30 or around 4, but it was quite hot even at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Sweeping. We were sweeping, we're walking, going from the church, going to the cemetery. So that's why every time I go out, me and Laura, we bring or we take our portable fan because we have portable fan each of us. Okay, thank you, Ma'am J. Yeah, my mom is living in the island, which is also part of Lapu-Lapu. So our mayor is same on Lapu-Lapu. Because it's a little island, it's just only 1,700 population, 1,600 voters, and then it's part of Lapu-Lapu City. But you know, I don't know. I don't understand why it's part of Lapu-Lapu City, but we are so close in the other island, in the other different islet, which is part of Bohol. But we are close on Bohol, but we are part of Lapu-Lapu. Happy Mother's Day to your mom also, Ma'am G. And how's your children? Yeah, and you know, Ma'am G, Laura can make our packet whole. Laura will make our packet into whole, big hole. We scratch and not itchy. We're gonna make on our head like this. We're gonna scratch our head. My goodness, Laura, it's for Laura. My God. I can't imagine her tuition fee of how much, but I was shocked the tuition fee of the aircraft maintenance. My God. But it's Laura's maintenance also is, no, the tuition of Laura also is, my God, my goodness. Oh my gulay. Yeah, it will be worth it. Yeah, you know that the tuition fee is higher. Laura's tuition fee is 50,000 pesos per semester, so 100,000 a year. The aircraft maintenance is 70,000 per semester, 140,000 a year. That's a lot of money. I told to Laura, be more serious. Yeah, it will be worth it later on, Ma'am G. That's what they said. If you plant, you will harvest it later. Pag may itinanim, may aanihin. Will you meet Uncle David tomorrow or Sunday? Sunday. Yes! Wag lang maging enggeterang palaka. Yeah, that's what they said. Pag inggit, pikit. Pag hindi kagandahan, hindi manglait. Yeah, me, my eyes, I don't want to close my eyes because I'm not Inglaterra. My eyes is just always wide open. Especially if my husband will, especially if me and my husband will go to the mall. Oh my God, my eyes is wide open. Yeah, masaya ang buhay. That's what they called from G. Maganda buhay. Me, I'm just enjoying myself. That's what my husband said often to me. Chill and enjoy. Yeah, and I also have peaceful mind. I'm not stressed because my husband is very faithful and devoted on me. I'm so very grateful and blessed and thankful. Yeah, enjoy life because we only live once. You live once in a lifetime. Yeah, happy wife, happy life. Very happy wife and very happy life, Ma'am G. And I will be so very happy when if ever we will go back to Thailand, because my husband told me something, okay, that it will makes me more happy. He will makes me more very happy, Ma'am G, because you know what he said to me. What he said to me, when we will be back to Thailand, love, I will buy you a diamond. Another, proper engagement ring, which is diamond. So I told to him, I am contented of this, but he said to me, no, we will buy a proper, a proper engagement ring, which is diamond. And you know, Angie, when we went to Thailand, we were searching the fund, but we went to what mall on that, love? It's Sham Paragon, right? Yeah, the mall. Yeah, the Sham Paragon Mall. I think so. Yeah, we went to a mall close to the NBK. There is a mall there, three different mall. But you know, when we went to a mall there is Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Hermes. But my husband wants to go inside the Hermes. I said, no, don't go inside the Hermes. So that, don't go. So that's why I pull him. No, we need to go out in this mall. So yeah, he said, just have a look. But I said no, because Hermes is very expensive even. But it's okay. I think there is 30,000 bags, but I don't want to buy bags. Expensive, very expensive bags. I don't want. Maybe when God bless us to become more, we bless more. Yeah, but he said to me that he would like to buy a proper engagement ring. That's what he said. And what they said, Ma'am G, is diamonds is forever. Yeah, and we didn't take our travel tax refund in the airport in Thailand, because my husband's scared that maybe we declared the items in the custom here. But now we know that we don't, it's not necessary to declare the items. uh, um, it's not necessary to declare the items. So next time, when we purchase expensive things in Thailand, I will get the tourist refund tax, because it's wasting. And you know, it's just around 4,500 pesos, because it's 2,800 baht supposed to be our travel tax refund, right, love? And then my husband didn't want me to take it. It's just wasting. But next time I will take it away. I will take it. It's just wasting. It's 4,500. How much I can buy that? Like, I can buy so much clothes on that, or 2 sacks of rice. But he didn't want me to take it. He just said, let it. But next time, we know now. So next time we will get. I will get. Yeah, magharutan kami ng kiss, Ma'am G. Yeah, magharutan ng kiss. Because he's awake. Yeah, he's awake at 2 o'clock in the morning in the UK, and he's awake. And, sabi pa niya, Ma'am J, because, me, I want to go to Central World Mall and Big C Mall and also the other place. But, anong sabi ng husband ko, Ma'am G, no, don't go there because next time you have no more mall to go because you already visit all the mall. He didn't want me to visit or to go on that mall so that next time we will go on that mall. My goodness. What are you watching, Car?
No, no documentary.
Okay, documentary. Documentary about what?
Just rubbish.
Um, Laura ate the cereals yesterday, and you know what? She picked the dried fruits. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what he said to me. No, don't go that mall because next time you will have no more place to go because you visit already. That's why he said to me before, no, to we will go in the dinner cruise ship next time. Yeah, what we did when we were there is shopping, buy shoes, uh, pants, so only shopping and eating. But my husband always shocked me because I always eat there. I always feel hungry there. That's why if we eat downstairs in the lobby, I need to take out mango sticky rice so that I have some food to eat in the room. Because I always often feel hungry. Right, love? Or go to sleep.
I know. Right. Bye.
Bye.
Nice sleep.
But when we will be back there, Ma'am Chi, is together with Laura. Because sakto din, I think my husband, hopefully he will be back here September. So October, same break ni Laura sa October. Yeah, sabi ko nga kay Laura, I think you really like in Thailand, especially in the place or in the hotel where we stay because, if you, paglabas mo, sabi ko sa kanya, Ma'am Je, paglabas mo sa hotel, it's a 7-Eleven. pag dun ka dumaan sa another door, it's a mall. And then, paglabas mo, during the night, there is a night market, Laura. Pwede kang bumili ng mga damit, shoes, blouse, wallet, everything. And then, paglakad mo lang ng mga 10 minutes, if you cross on the road, may another mall there also. The other side is selling bags, clothes, and then yung ibang side is just only cosmetics. Laura, puro mga makeup, mga serum, mga ano pa yun. Basta lahat talaga mga makeup dun, Laura. Yun na building on that building, and then she said she's so very excited. Yeah. Because she likes what we both on her, especially because my husband also knows the taste of Laura, the clothes. He knows already now also, Ma'am G. So if we go on the night market and then I search, if we see the blouse like pink and then there is cartoon characters, sabi ng husband ko, we buy that one for Laura. Yeah. He said buy that one for Laura. So he knows now. He knows now what Laura likes and what this likes and dislike of Laura. He knows already. And pag car na pag-uusapan, magkaintindihan talaga sila, because especially if my husband, because Laura is kind of a girl that wake up in the morning and then came to our room, we just lay together on us on the bed, and then sometimes if I sit on the chair in my room, she just lay. And pag car na talaga pag-uusapan, they know each other because they like the same. Laura also likes car, like the brand of the car. And then my husband likes car, the brand. I think like they like to see Porsche cars, different color, different design. So, yan, magkaintindihan talaga sila pagdating sa car. Yeah. Yeah, sweet daddy talaga siya. He is a very nice and caring husband and a father to Laura. Laura and me are very blessed and grateful to have him. And pag si Laura natutulog pa, then we go to SM, and then pag hindi makasama si Laura, if Laura cannot come with us, yun na, Ma'am G, he is always thinking that, oh, we need to bring something for Laura. We need to buy this for Laura. So every time we go outside, if Laura is not with us, he wants to bring a present home for Laura. Ganyan siya. Hi, Kick Off Arena.